Shalom to all out there, the family of YaHUaH Our EloHim. It's been a while since I made a video like this. I know I've been covering a lot of stuff that's been going on up in the skies, because there's a lot going on basically that not many people are covering. Not from my angle, and anyway, not from Ireland. I sussed out one person today that's about it. Like, this is it, folks. This is it. It's done. Like, it's over. People need to be getting right with YaHUaH. People need to be telling their families. If they don't listen, but then that's the blood is not on their hands, then it's on, you've passed it over. Because we will all be held accountable for the knowledge that we have and for the truth that we have. I've told my family I'm brainwashed according to them. I'm in a cult. And I've lost the plot. They would have rather me when I was a drug addict and a criminal, going in and out of prison, living on the streets. I've turned my life around, and it's not enough. And I've told them, I turned my life around and came to the truth. And that is YaHUaH HaMashiach, or Jesus Christ. A lot of you might know him as. But I've come to the truth. That's the way, the truth, and the life of him. He set the example for us. And once I found that, I started to walk in accordance to his way. But I've keep on stumbling. But I pick myself back up. I'm praying daily. I do what I need to do to build my relationship up. But I'm not making a video to speak about my relationship with our soon returning King. Sorry, people. Point of this video is we've not much time left. I don't know, it could be tomorrow, could be a week, could be a month, could be another year. But I do know one thing, it's not that much time left. So strange things going on in the skies, there's little signs. YaHUaH should have said it himself. That's what the skies are for seasons and for signs. To show signs. And that's what's happening now. There's plenty of signs being shown in the sky. I've put up a couple of videos. I'm only using a mobile phone. And I'm doing what I can with that to try and put out the word, to try and warn people of what's going on and what's coming. And I'm trying to talk to people on the street. I asked in prayer for that, to be able to have the confidence to talk to crowds of people, but I'm not being used that way. I'm being used to speak to people individually, single people out, because I know what certain people would say, so I'm taking a different approach now, and I'm speaking to them. I'm not just going full in and like, God, the world is ending and repent or die, you know, because you don't listen that way, they will run away. You say, you're mad, and they run away. So it's time for a different approach, but at the same time there's not much time. So with that approach, once I can get them listening and get them to go away and think about something next time I see them, which is a day or so, or 2 or 3, or a week, and I see them and I speak to them and say, what do you think of what I told you? Did you have a look into it or whatever? And for whoever did look into what we had spoke about, well then I'll take it to the next place with them. For the other people that just shrugged it off as nothing, well I know they let me know where they stand on it. They're not going to listen to what I have to say, because they've heard it and they know where I'm going with it. They know I'm just using a different tactic. But for the people that do pick it up, but then I speak to them again and I share something new, and then they come back wanting to know more. And when you have people like that, when they come back wanting to know more, but then you have the Holy Spirit working in it, because it's not you, it's not me speaking. I can guarantee you that. It's not my voice they're hearing. It's our Heavenly Father's. It's His voice. They're hearing YaHUaH speaking, and that's what I prayed for. Because we all know we can't do this without Him. We all know we can't love the way He wants us to unless we have Him, because it's Him doing it through us. And forgiving people, it's the same thing. Because us as human beings, we're wicked things. We are wicked, wicked things. That's why He sacrificed Himself. He came down here. The Word made flesh. And YaHUaH walked this earth. In obedience. And according to the will of the Father, that He would do nothing. Nothing of His own will. He was yes sir, no sir. He came down here to serve. And He set the way for us. And then He died for us. Because we're wretched things. Time is short. I have a lot of work to do by myself. I'm not 100% on my salvation. I'm not convinced. And anyone that does say that, I don't believe you. I cannot guarantee, unless YaHUaH spoke to you directly and said, listen, I'm going to use you for this, and you'll be going up here afterwards. So, with what's coming, with the last few videos that you've seen me doing, I've been seeing a lot of strange things manifest right in front of my face. I wanted to get this across as well, because from what I'm seeing, and the veil hasn't even been lifted back yet. Yesterday, I seen, if you actually wear a pair of sunglasses, if any of you are listening to this now, and you have the weird clouds, skies, sun, all that weird crap, wear a pair of sunglasses. And when the sun and when the clouds are going over the sun, look up at it with your sunglasses on, right? You'd see things differently. You see them differently. And maybe your eyes would start to open up a bit more to what's really around. But I'm seeing a lot of things manifesting. Earlier on today, I was seeing this cloud, but it was like the shape of a body. And it was like it had a horse or something like that. I don't know, a horse or it's like it was on a sleigh or something. I don't. First thing that popped to mind was a reindeer. That's what I thought. Straight out, I thought reindeer, but it wasn't, obviously not. But I was thinking, that's a horse, because it looked like he was, holding on to something, getting pulled along, looking down at me with his face. So I just rebuked that, and it just disintegrated. And then that was the one that came behind. There was one in front of it, but that wasn't connected to that. That was just one. He was just flying by. He had this mean looking face. The same with him, I rebuked him. Or whatever it was. And that just gone. Then yesterday I seen this small, you all know the colour of a rainbow. But just imagine a little snippet. Like say the rainbow, goes around. But just say a little, as the rainbow's going up, just say a little snippet of the rainbow is taken out and just slotted up in place on its own. So I looked up and I was like, what's that? And I've been seeing a lot of that colour lately. Taking a lot of photographs as well of the rainbow colour, but it's different. I'm not going to go into that one because that's actually personal for me and my family. But so I was looking up at it and I was like, what's that? So I put my sunglasses on. Look straight at it, and that sort of makes it stand out a bit more. And I was looking at it, I was focusing on it. This face emerged in it. Eyes, nose, mouth, ears, head, and hair. I don't know about hair, but it wasn't a nice looking face, and then you put it that way. But I seen that at one point. And the first time I seen it, I was like, what's that? And then when I came back a while later, then it was just moved. It was just moved from one place to the other. When really, in reality, it should have been, if it was nothing, it would have just gone away. But it wasn't, it was something. So I just rebuked that thing, but I just ended up walking away because them colours, I don't know if it's attached to that and that was fixed in that place, like, the only way I can describe this is like in another dimension, in a certain point of light, like it's over a spectrum basically. So at a certain point of light, you see like a prism. Sorry, I don't mean to be doing that sign, but you see a prism, and it's that rainbow colour. And actually, you know what, I'm just thinking of it now, speaking about it, that is that shape. And a prism is them colours, rainbow colours, and they do lead into other dimensions. And that's what I seen right outside my house, right up over us. Done a video about the moon last night, and check that one out. I uploaded it only there an hour ago. Check it out. You see the moon shape shifting. But so that's like, it was like a prism. So I was seeing something. And I was staying, like I said, I was in one place, then I was in another, and I was seeing something there. I'm seeing loads of things. I'm seeing them drones now, them drones that come off them crafts, and they fly by, like they go so fast. Most people, you don't see them. But it's only I'm really aware now, my eyes are wide open, that if I focus, right, I'll give you an example, right, of how I see. Look at your hand, right? But when you look at your hand, you go into like a trance, but you're not looking actually at your hand. You're looking all around you, you're looking behind your hand, you're looking through your hand. If any of you understand what I'm talking about. But that's how I do it. And once I do that, then I can see everything, from all angles. And I can, even though I'm looking straight, I can catch something over there. I can catch something there or something coming down, you know. That's how I do. With certain things, that's how I do. And that's I've been catching them drones, and all of a sudden then the clouds that they make, one of them would appear. You know, if you stand there long enough, you know, if you stand there for about 10 minutes. Or if you see a bit of one of them clouds, it just looks like a bit of smog, stand there and look at it. Focus on it. Do what I just said there. Guarantee within 10 minutes the cloud will have grown. Right? Promise. That's a promise. So there's loads, there's really a lot. Just that thing, that destroyer, that planet. There's no planets out there, but there's something coming down. I think it's coming from another dimension. I personally think it's the dragon himself. In the Bible, I think it's referred to as the destroyer. It's going to head like brimstone, comets, or whatever you call them things. Meteor showers. But that's coming in as well, and that's being spotted all over the world. Like, and it's being spotted like some size bigger than the sun. But I can see it also, and it's right outside my apartment, and I've been seeing this for a long, long time. And I spotted another one, not far from where I live. And these things are like flashing. The one that's first on top of the big red one. It's like it's burning. It's like it's on fire. And it's like these things flying around it, zooming around it. You know, it's like, how do I explain it? Do you ever see one of them, no, physics, like them balls, and it has like all these spinning rings on it, and they're all going in different directions? That's the best way to describe it, as one of them. And not only that, then it's like a tail, maybe two tails. It's like it's coming out and it's whipping. It's very strange, and I might sound like I'm crazy. If you can tell you one thing, crazy I'm not. This thing is like it's flying over, and then there's things shooting up to it. They're shooting back, and you just need to open your eyes, like, and observe things. Most people are spiritually blind and deaf, and they will not see. If they heard me saying this right now, for people that you are watching, people that are watching this, that think, oh, this is a crock, and you're listening to what I'm saying, it's going in there and it's going out through there. And it's not even registering with you because you don't hear what I'm saying. Even though I'm vocalizing it to you, you still don't hear what I'm saying. It doesn't compute in there, because our Father in heaven says it. For those who refuse to believe the truth and love the lie, he will send you a strong delusion. He will send you a strong delusion that you will believe the lie, and you will perish in your lies and in your sin. I pray, if people are listening to me that don't know our Father and think I'm spinning a yarn or something, please pay attention to what I'm saying. Research what I'm saying. Go out, there's plenty of information on what I'm saying. I'm just one person. I'm just sitting here in my house. I'm using my phone, my mobile phone. I have a family here. I've had a bad life, and I've come out of it. I'm finding my way. Praise YaHUaH for that. Finding my way. There's hope for all of us. There's hope for all of us. It's a choice for us to be sent down, to be damned for eternity. It's a choice. It's a choice that we make. And people say, oh, well, how can God, I use that word lightly, how can YaHUaH send people to hell? He doesn't send anyone to hell. You send yourself. How, you ask? Because you refuse to love the truth. When you hear the truth, you say, yeah, he's crazy, she's crazy. Don't mind that. They're brainwashed Bible bashers, part of the occult. They're lunatics. They're religious. That's a big one. There's one. Religious. It's nothing to do with religion. Please, I implore anyone that's listening to this, if you don't know our Father, if you don't know the Messiah, Yahushua, he came down here. He gave his life for you and me. The least we can do is do the same thing for him. There's not much time. There's not much time left. I was trying to say to all the people that have subbed my channel, I've got to know good few years, a couple years, become very, very good friends, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming onto my channel for little old me to hear what I have to say. I'm so grateful for that, to have met people like yourselves, because it's helped me on my journey. So I don't have people over here in Ireland they can fellowship with, they can speak to like this. I can't speak to a couple like this, but not like this. They'll push the truth out of the way, and they'll take in what they want to, they'll push our Father out of the picture, basically. And they'll take in what they want to hear. So I don't get the fellowship. So I thank you all out there. With love from Ireland, from me, Christopher, disciple of YaHUaH. Shalom. One more thing. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on above. You already know this. Pray and repent. Keep in the word. Sometimes I find it hard to keep, Yeah. Take it easy.